You're listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. The show that gives pastors and church leaders the clarity they need to protect their people, property, and ministry.
Welcome back to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. I'm your host, Ron Wadley with Insurance for Texans. We help church leaders protect their people, property, and purpose with clarity and confidence. All week long, we've been focusing on gratitude, not just for the obvious blessings, but for the lessons that shape us as leaders and ministries. And today, we're talking about a kind of gratitude that doesn't come naturally, being thankful for what trials teach us. Last year, my own church walked through something heavy. Late in the week, I received an email from our senior pastor containing a letter to the entire congregation. What started as a report about a suspicious recording device turned into a law enforcement investigation and eventually multiple arrests involving illicit material on mobile devices. No one ever imagines something like this happening in their own church. But when Sunday morning arrived, our staff did something I'm deeply grateful for. They didn't hide. They involved authorities immediately. They communicated clearly and operated with transparency. None of it was comfortable for anyone, but it was a great example of faithful stewardship in the middle of a crisis. And that experience sparked today's conversation. Let's think about why trials teach us more than ease ever will. Church life has highs and lows. Most of us are prepared for the celebrations, baptisms, new members, growing ministries, but few churches are prepared for the moments that test leadership at its core. Yet those moments are often the ones that show us why clear policies matter, why reporting procedures need to be written down, why background checks, training, and safeguards cannot be optional, why churches must work hand in hand with law enforcement when something feels wrong, and why transparency is far better than rumor or silence. Churches need a plan before trouble arrives. The toughest situations aren't just emotionally draining. They can create legal and financial exposure that churches simply aren't equipped to carry alone. That's why churches need abuse and misconduct liability, directors and officers coverage, crisis response policies, screening and training procedures, and a plan for when to involve law enforcement. Now that we have had time to reflect, we can be grateful for what our church's situation taught us. As both an insurance agent and a church member, I am grateful for three things. I am grateful for leaders who acted with integrity, systems that help to guide a response, and grateful for the reminder that churches must be prepared to handle a problem before it occurs. The purpose of this podcast is to help churches across Texas think ahead, protect their people, and build ministries that can weather life's storms. As we continue this week of thankfulness, let me encourage you. Don't wait for a trial to reveal what you wish you had done sooner. If you're not sure whether your church is prepared for a potential crisis, visit insurancefortexans.com to connect with our church insurance team. We'll help you review your policies, identify blind spots, and strengthen the safeguards that protect your people and your ministry. And if you haven't yet picked up a copy of our book, The Promise of Certainty, you can get one at thepromiseofcertainty.com. I'm Ron Wadley, and this has been Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance, Protecting Texas Churches. Until next time, remember, trials don't just test us, they teach us lessons in wisdom and stewardship.
Thanks for listening to Faith, Stewardship, and Insurance. Until next time, remember, insurance isn't just about policies. It's about safeguarding the mission God has called you to lead.